In this episode, we get around. There's the blue water and pristine beauty of the Whitsunday Islands, the workshop's Rail Museum and Nature Centre in Ipswich, and then we're off to Stanthorpe for a look at the Granite Belt wine country. It's here, there and everywhere on this Aussie holiday. Daydream is a small island, but one where you really are spoiled for choice.
Daydream's such a wonderful island and I'm feeling really relaxed, but there are some activities if I want to do some stuff.
Certainly. It would definitely take a few days to take in all of the activities that Daydream has on offer. We've got over 20 free guest activities, including catamarans, canoes, kayaks, and a shark and stingray feeding show, and many different swimming pools and spas.
So I've got a little boy called Jack. Are there some things he would enjoy as well?
Definitely. We have a program called the Junior Reef Rangers, and it's where children get to be a marine biologist for a half day.
Just trying to give you a high five.
And they get to do everything that the marine biologist would do, including handling the baby sharks and the shark's eggs.
Right, now she's very strong, so get a good tight grip there. Now you ready? You're on your own holding a shark, look at that.
So it's really exciting.
Wow, so Daydream, you can have an adventure or you can just relax by the pools, whatever you want to do.
Absolutely, there's something for everyone. If you're just looking to relax and recuperate in a suite, you can have a private dinner and a special spa treatment at our world-class rejuvenation spa. It's got 16 different treatment rooms and just about every hydrotherapy known to man. It's a must-do.
Look at this. The largest open-air aquarium in the Southern Hemisphere. Jam-packed with exotic fish, corals, the works. And there's a photo opportunity from every corner, including the accommodation. The rooms are spacious and most have spectacular views. And speaking of views, here's a spectacular way of finding one.
Is it safe?
It's perfectly safe, guys. The modern way of parasailing, the way we do it, there's no beach landings or taking off the beach, anything like that. Basically, we go out, inflate the chute off the back of the boat, and we get you kitted into a seat harness. We clip you to the parachute, which is connected to a rope, also connected to the boat, and we winch you out from the back platform, fly you around for a few minutes, and winch you back in. It's a very beautiful thing with the parachute up there.
Brilliant!
It's pretty cool.
Daydream is the only island with a commercial fishing licence. This means the seafood arriving on your plate is absolutely the freshest possible. Daydream really is a magical destination, and one perfect for all the family. Immerse yourself in all that Daydream has to offer. Call the reservations team on 1800 075 040. Pepper's Early Beach is unsurpassed with a level of accommodation like nowhere else on the Whitsunday mainland. Options include a choice of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom, fully serviced apartments, all luxuriously appointed and each with wide verandas and panoramic views designed to maximise the North Queensland tropical lifestyle experience.
Welcome to Pepper's Coral Coast here in Ailey Beach. Wonderful Thai restaurant and bar.
Oh, thank you. I've heard a whisper that there's some very good food and dining.
That whisper is very loud. We are the best dining experience in Ailey Beach.
And what sort of cuisine can I expect?
Well, we've basically trained the chefs into modern Australian cuisine, which is a French standard sauce making with a lot of Asian overtones with spices and etc. stuff like that.
Can parents have dinner while the kids are splashing in the pool?
We've extended the restaurant a little bit so mum and dad can have their dining experience while the kids play in the pool.
And do you have a favourite dish or something you'd really recommend, Greg?
Well, our seafood tasting plate is absolutely, we sell 10, 15 of those every night, you know. Tempura prawns, Harvey Bay scallops, Coffin Bay oysters, Malula bar prawns. Being an open kitchen, the guest interaction is fantastic. Thank you, that was lovely, that's the best steak I've ever had, etc.
Fantastic.
Right.
The dining is superb and the accommodation unsurpassed. Pepper's Coral Coast Resort, Airlie Beach. Call 1300 987 600.
Michelle, people come here, they make the short journey to get across to Long Island. What can they expect to do?
Oh, Steve, a myriad of things, anything from a magic bushwalk, beautiful swim, a paddle on a kayak, roar on a jet ski. We do little other activities like coconut dehusking, belly flop competition. So we really try and get everyone involved. We've got beach bocce, you know, it's just one of those really nice, relaxed, can be a family destination. We're not over the top with anything, we're just really existing in nature on a heritage listed island. You know, things you can see now, lovely that kayakers are going out for a little paddle in the bay.
Tell me a little bit about the bird feeding, because that's quite a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, bird feeding and batfish feeding have been going on for years, Steve. Batfish feeding down on our pontoon every day, around just after that lunchtime in between the boats, and throw a bit of bread out and up they come, and great opportunity for some pictures. Every afternoon those rainbow lorikeets, those beautiful coloured birds fly in, and they start chirping from about 4:30, not at any other time of the day. Don't ask me how these wild animals know the time. And we make a lovely concoction for them of fresh fruit and honey. Blend it up and put it out there, and in they come for a good 15 minutes and off they go again. We have a lovely swim up pool bar, and this is the only visual aspect of bars and everything facing west. So we get the afternoon sunsets, which are very picturesque here over our beautiful Happy Bay. And we've got lap pools out the back, and we like to pride ourselves on this stunning view and location.
Yeah, well, that's why we're back to the camera.
And really the simplicity and the nature of Long Island.
Escape to Long Island, the most natural resort island in the Whitsundays. Call reservations on 1800 075 125. When you're heading to the islands, Cruise Whitsundays are the way to get around. They're fast, reliable, they leave from all the right places, and the service is friendly and efficient.
You may not believe it, but I'm in the middle of a caravan park. This is Big 4 Adventure Whitsundays Resort. It's in Cannon Vale, and all the islands and Airlie Beach, Shute Harbour, just down there, about 10 kilometres. Now this is a fabulous spot. As you can see, it's very kid friendly, and this is the focal point, this swimming pool. All the people gravitate here, and the kids get in the pool, the adults sit around entertaining themselves. Lovely spot. Now, statistically, we've got 140 powered sites. We've got over 40 cabins, and these are very well appointed. But the main thing is the whole site has massive amounts of space. There's greenery everywhere. It's a really pretty place, and you can walk around, it's very safe. But this focal point here is lovely. It makes it really something out of the box.
Your island escape begins here. For bookings, phone 1800 640 587. Big 4 Adventure Whitsunday. The drive from the Whitsundays to Ipswich is quite a long one. We didn't do it. We caught a plane. But we could have caught one of these.
So Andrew, we're at the Workshop Rail Museum. What can we expect to see?
Look, this is an amazing collection and display of the Australian railway story here at the birthplace of rail in Queensland. And you get to experience the railway workshops as they were over 100 years ago, and see all the work occurring on repairing and maintaining our steam heritage fleet.
Hello, Google and Harrods, please come to the ticket booth to get her ticket. She is late for her train.
So Andrew, I've got a little boy, he's 8. What do you think he'd like?
Oh look, coming up over Christmas is our Day Out with Thomas event, which is a hugely popular experience for young and young at heart really. Thomas is the world's most recognised steam engine, and he comes to life here at the museum.
So Andrew, what's your personal favourite?
Look, my personal favourite here on site is actually going into the steam workshops. It's where the locomotives are overhauled. It's always something different to see, and it is a truly remarkable sight.
You've won a few awards, haven't you?
Look, that's right. We've been very fortunate to have been awarded 2 Australian Tourism Awards and 4 Queensland Tourism Awards for heritage and cultural tourism. And it's testament to the great story and rich culture of this site.
The beauty of the Ipswich Nature Centre are these walking tracks. In a zoo, you look at the animals, but here, they're looking at you. Walk these tracks and the park changes as you go along. It's a voyage of discovery with something interesting at each turn. Here in the aviary, there's a huge variety of birds. But the beauty is, you don't realise you're in an aviary. Another path will take you to the park's most elusive attraction, the bilbies. There's a nocturnal section for the animals that scratch, click, slither and generally go bump in the night. And for a great hands-on experience, Jack couldn't go past the feeding station. It's a big area and there's a lot to see, but it's being able to walk around that makes the centre such an enjoyable experience. And all the time, you can't help but feel the animals are watching you just as closely as you're watching them. For more information on the Ipswich Nature Centre and the workshop's Rail Museum, call the Visitor Information Centre on 07 3281 0555 or visit the website.
Here at Summit Estate, we grow all our own grapes, make our own wine. This is our barrel room here, and this is where it all happens, the nuts and bolts of winemaking.
Okay. Now, you've got a Spanish flavour. You don't call this the barrel room. Well, you do, but it's Spanish, isn't it?
No, it's Spanish, called Cellar de Barricas. The wines have a certain Spanish flavour to them. Paula's had a lot of experience making wines in Spain and France, and she's brought that experience with her here. And with all these barrels, we barrel ferment, barrel age our wines, and especially this Queensland Cabernet, we do have a Monastrell blend, and they all have that European Spanish influence over them.
What is a Spanish influence on a wine?
Spanish influence gives it that savoury, spicy characteristics, a little bit more fruit-driven. They're the sort of flavours you're looking for in the Spanish styles.
With, that you call this the cave, which is we're about to have a look at, but what goes on in there?
The cave is our bottle maturation room. That's where we keep 12,000 bottles at 16 degrees. They mellow and mature over time, and once they're ready for drinking, we draw them out of the cave, label them, and then present them for one's enjoyment. And this is a wine tasting room that we have for smaller groups, up to 12 people. The cave accommodates up to 22 people, and the cellar door area, we can see a busload of 50 or 60 if we like.
And you can walk around outside, can't you? It's quite picturesque.
Absolutely. We've got a beautiful vineyard out there, about 20 acres under vine, growing 12 different varieties. We've got a little picnic area there. We also cater for various functions like weddings here. They work quite well in the vineyard, and people are very enthusiastic about trying something different, something outside the square to come and have a wedding here.
Okay.
It's big, spacious, and the wine has a Spanish flavour. Summit Estate. Call them on 07 468 32011. All of these wineries are close together, but the wines are all very different.
Leanne, what's this wine on the table?
This is our delightful Semillon Sauvignon Blanc, one of our most awarded dry whites, and it's quite a spectacular style, perfect for summer drinking.
Can I have a taste?
Absolutely.
Is this for me?
Absolutely.
I can taste it, but I don't think I can say it.
Semillon Sauvignon Blanc. Easy once you know how.
SSB.
SSB, that's what we like to call it.
It's good.
It has done particularly well for us. In fact, it's just recently won a couple of trophies and a gold medal.
Now, these barrels behind me, are they just for decoration?
No, they are all in use. They're actually 140 years old.
When you say they're in use, does that mean they're full of wine?
They are full of liqueurs and ports. In the mid-1970s, he managed to fill all of these barrels with fortified wines, and now each year we take a small portion out, blend it. That's what's being sold up in our cellar door.
If people can come to your cellar door and taste the wines like me?
Absolutely, every day. Tourism is major part of our business, and we try to do it very well. In fact, we've just been named Cellar Door of the Year in Queensland, so we're very, very proud of that award. The Cellar Door is open every day from 9 till 5. We're happy for people to try the wines. We have a range of dry whites down to sweet wines. We've got a lovely dry red range and our fortified range, of course. So yes, you can come in every day, 9 till 5.
And taste.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like fun.
It is fun.
I'm going to have another taste. Should we cheers?
Well done. Cheers.
Cheers.
The award-winning wines are in plentiful supply at Abenakis Estate. Call 07 4684 1226 and enjoy. What do people actually mean when they say, what's in a name? Let's find out.
And Jester Hill Wines, where does the name come from?
Mount Sterling is the local mountain here in Glen Applin in the Granite Belt, and of course Mount Sterling is not a mountain when you're used to coming from a mountainous area. So when the locals would talk about Mount Sterling, Genevieve, the previous owner, would just scoff and say, it's not a mountain, it's just a hill. So Just a Hill turned into Jester Hill.
Nice.
And of course our all our labels and most of the names of our wines are based around court jesters, and to stay with the jester theme, the fun theme, and
so it's a bit of a fun vineyard.
Absolutely, yeah. We certainly encourage families to come out. We've got beautiful surrounds here. The Bulls court over there for the children to play.
So you're happy for people to bring their kids here and have a good time while they have a glass of wine?
Absolutely. And that's what brings people back. The parents are inside or out on the terrace there enjoying a lovely wine and meal and watching their kids have fun.
Tastings, sales, coffee and cake. They're all at Jester Hill Wines, Glen Applin. Phone 07 4683 4380.
Luke, this is my first visit to Spices Peak Lodge. What can I expect?
Well, you can expect the ultimate in all-inclusive luxury. We have 10 rooms within the lodge here in the main area and 2 private lodges down on the escarpment overlooking the valley. And really, guests that come here, including yourself, we want you to be able to come here and just feel like you're at home. Everything's included, all the alcohol, the food, the service, so it's basically a chance to come and live for a day or 2 or 3 how you would if money wasn't an option.
Luke, you've won some awards for accommodation and food.
Absolutely, yeah. Spices Peak Lodge has been known as a place to come if you're a food lover. We've just won the Fine Dining Award in the Restaurant and Catering Awards, and also the Restaurant of the Year. And it's won that award for the last 5 years. So it's a 7-course degustation menu for dinner with matching wines, and there's an a la carte breakfast and lunch and food at any time of the day that you may desire.
So that's 7 courses. I might want to take advantage of some of your bushwalking tracks after that. Luke, I've caught you on a bit of a chilly day, and it's lovely to sit in front of the log fire, but what's it like in summer?
In fact, I think it's actually more beautiful in summer than winter. We are sitting at 1,200 metres, so this is Australia's highest non-alpine lodge. And a lot of people don't realise that an hour and a half from Brisbane you can be at 1,200 metres, so we're sort of sitting in the clouds today. But in summer the place is just magical. It's clear skies, the temperatures sit in their mid-20s, and we've got a beautiful pool and a lot of great outdoor activities, so certainly a great place to come in summer as well.
I'm looking forward to it.
Meals and drinks are inclusive. Views of the Great Dividing Range are uninterrupted. The award-winning Spices Peak Lodge. 1300 284 667.
John, we're here in the Queensland College of Wine Tourism. Now, if I was a student and I had a passion for wine, hospitality, just take us through what this campus can give me.
Okay, Steve, well this campus is about wine tourism, and by definition, that's all of those skills that are associated with the wine tourism industry. So that takes us from viticulture, which is grape growing, through wine making, and then all of the tourism and hospitality, food and wine type connections that really define wine tourism. So this is set up to be a full working winery. And so the students actually do all of the processes involved in winemaking and cellaring here in this winery. You know, we actually serve the wines at the table at the very place that they're made.
So the students are also learning the art of cuisine. They're learning to cook. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes. Okay. Yes, we're training chefs.
Right.
We're training front of house staff.
There we go. Enjoy.
Now, Mike, you're an industry professional and you come here at the college. What's your role?
Well, Steve, since the college opened in 2006, at various times I've been called in to help with the Young Winemakers program. And it's a program set up by the college and the university for Year 11 and Year 12 students. And what it does, it gives them a breadth of information and experience through all aspects of winemaking and viticulture. And realistically, this is great for everybody involved, particularly us as an industry, because this is our future winemakers and our future viticulture.
If you have an interest in wine tourism or just fancy a great dining experience, contact the college on 07 46855 050.
Phil, 31 The Rocks, that's an unusual name.
Yes, it is. It's the street number for a start, and then we just wanted a name that would describe the ambience of the place. And the rocks here are quite a prominent feature on the property.
And you've got a number of villas?
We have 5 villas. Most of them are studio and 1-bedroom villas, but we do have a 2-bedroom family villa.
Phil, if I want to eat at the villas, can I do that?
Yes, the villas are fully self-contained with all your cooking needs, everything you need in the provided. We also provide a light continental breakfast in the tariff, and there's a gourmet breakfast basket option as well.
And I'm really enjoying the view at the moment, but if I manage to turn myself away from this view, are there some other things I can do?
Yes, there are. There's the garden area around the reception area, which is available to everybody, as well as the gazebo and barbecue area. And there are walking tracks up the back of the property which go up another 60 metres and into the hills.
I don't know if I'll be able to turn myself away to go on a walk. Phil, is it far to town?
If you wish to go into town, it's either a quick drive or a nice walk.
The wines are spectacular, the accommodation superb. In the heart of the wine country is 31 The Rocks. 07 468 127 26. If you have an attraction or accommodation venue you're interested in promoting, send an email to airtracks@bigpond.com.